Hello and happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Gary Gonzo. Welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage of round 1 of season 10 of the longest continuously running DW12 series on all of iRacing today. It's a dark horse racing series presented by 4D Racewear, coming to you from New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the 6th running of the New Hampshire Dark Horse 175. Joining me in the booth will not be with me all season long, but he is definitely a pinch hitter in the most critical way today. It's two-time iRacing Fixed Oval Series champion. He's a two-time votive champion and the 2025 Elite Racing League Rookie of the Year. It is Kyle Clinworth. Clindy, welcome to New Hampshire. We are opening on a 1-mile oval here in Dark Horse for the very first time in series history. It's not going to get any easier today. These cars look unwieldy out there with this setup, and, well, this car doesn't really give you the tool set that we're used to in the IR18s.
No, you've got so much downforce and so much speed on this flat 1-mile oval. Any little bump or transition in the banking, which this track does have, progressive banking, bottom to top, it gets more banked the further towards the wall you go. These drivers will have a treacherous time, especially on cold tires. I was watching in practice, drivers are having a very difficult time getting off of the pit road where there's no banking whatsoever, and I think the car is tuned for those banking increments up the track. So we'll see them struggle with that on cold tires all day today.
And if you notice, we are running a new 2013 era overlay that would have run approximately about the time that these cars would have been on TV. So a little throwback. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't work out, we always have something else that we can fall back to. But we are running a new overlay, so it should cycle through everybody, and kindly let me know through chat if you're having any issues with it. We are getting ready to line up and go racing, and there we go. We are lining up on the front stretch here, and let's get into tonight's starting lineup here with Clindy.
Absolutely. On your pole sitter will be the man from Tennessee himself, Matt Wagner. Flanking his outside to complete the front row on the outside pole position is the league owner and organizer, Eric Peterson. Behind him, starting in P3 from row 2, is Yari Rubiker, also known as JB. To his outside, Gary Lovern, the votive machine, will be starting 4th. Row 3, we've got our co-commentator here on P1, LGN, Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Flanked to his outside, we've got Charles Teed. Row 4 is made up of the always fast 4D Racewear driver Chris Stouffer, and to his outside is Lilac Zier, who was on a screamer of a lap 2 before she backed into the outside wall in turn 4. Row 5 is Kenneth E. Smith, flanked by Jeff Hysong. You got a couple of very colorful cars there, one silver like Will Power, and then the purple and white Dark Horse machine. Behind them, we've got brand new Porsche-owning man, Will Stearns. Took it out to Lime Rock this weekend, and he'll bring his DW12 here to Loudon for this weekend's race for Dark Horse. To his outside, always fast, the leaner energy machine, Edson Santos. Behind them, bringing up row 7, is Shane Coker and Wayne Campbell. And then the last 3 starters in the second to last row, we've got Jomo, Joseph Morales, followed by Lewis Hayes. And starting from caboose, we've got Shane Dinsdale.
It's funny that someone would want to run a Will Power scheme here at this racetrack of all places.
This is where he started his study of birds. I think it's most appropriate.
The double bird, the wild double bird. 175 laps tonight. We'll get into the mileage here shortly. This place goes under a couple of different measurements. Getting ready to go green this time by... Green. 3 flags out, and the season 10 underway here in the Dark Horse Racing Series.
First impressions in the first corner, everyone kept it clean and green. Lap 1's off to a great start.
It's going to be Wagner's coming around. Wags will lead the opening lap of the season. Then we got, and we're caution already. Kenny the Jet Smith and the Willpower livery. Spin it in turn 4. We'll have to take a look and see what happened. I doubt the track's wet. I doubt the track. I don't think there's any reason to do a double burn unless he got booted. We'll find out here very shortly. Sends it to the inside there of Haisong, and he's down, way down in that low groove, and starts to push out. And that low groove with these cars, they do not like it down there, and the low groove does what it normally does with these cars, and it makes them spin out. I mean, it actually does that kind of in the IR18s, Clindy. You've raced here before. I don't think this is one of your favorite racetracks, but down in that super low line, that is what you run the risk of when you get down there. You feel like the car can handle it, and this right at the last minute, the car does a full on, it oversteers.
Absolutely. I think there's something in the transition from the banking to the flat there that the car really doesn't like. The DW12 and the IR18 both. You're just trying to get max power down there. You're trying to really throttle up and get up off the corner because you got to slow down. And if you ask me, it looks like he just straddles that seam. His left rear tire is right where that seam starts to go from one tier of banking to another. And he might have gotten away with just a front wing change here. He got that addressed on pit road. But the drivers here do have a fast repair. So if he had also knocked out the rear toe and needed to serve a meatball flag, which I wasn't seeing on my screen, he could have affected his fast repair and he'd be no worse for the wear right now.
We will reset the field here momentarily. I will bring us out of B-roll. Here we go.
Big mover on that first lap. Wayne Campbell, he started 14th. He's up to P11, so 3 spots on the first lap there for Wayne Campbell. Lewis Hayes as well also nabbed 3 spots.
Hey, Lewis Hayes. I'll be working with him on Wednesday night, the Horizon Series, when we go to Milwaukee. He's in that the white Haviland throwback. That livery did kind of run here, not in that car, of course, but it did run here back in the kart days. Of course, Will Van Stearns and the Van Halen livery right in front of him. My man. But Matty Wags is leading right now. And I don't think only people we had go to pit road that time. Kenny the Jet Smith, we expected to go to pit road for the repair. Jomo comes to top off the tank. And Coker comes in to top off the tank. No tire limits, so they could have thrown on a new set of tires. And Matt might not be a bad idea with how bad this car handles here at this racetrack. But we'll see. Track position is everything. Restart here. Back at it at lap 4. Going to lap 5.
Couple of drivers jockeying lane to lane to see if they can find the clean air and build a run out of turn 2. Mostly single file. Gary Lovern's under attack from LGN. He dives to the inside and moves himself up to P5. Or P4, excuse me. Lovern's not done yet, though. He's looking back on the inside.
And Stouffer sets the purple lap, a 156.3 as we're just coming up to speed there. And another caution flag, and it is Will Van Stearns and Say Hey Lewis Hayes piled up in turn 2.
It was just an incident. 2 drivers looking for the same piece of real estate there. Will comes a little down, Lewis comes a little up, and then they both go up the track.
This is what we see here. And again, Will, yep, and it's just a meeting of the minds in lane 2, and just missing it is Dinsdale. In fact, we'll probably want to re-watch this from his point of view. Here he is. And yeah, here he goes. He goes into the corner. Watch just how he just barely misses this.
Well, no, thank you. I did not purchase a ticket to see synchronized spinning tonight. I would like to. Get out of this showing, please.
Yes, no synchronized spinning tonight as Dinsdale just misses. As we see I think so someone come into pit road, say, hey, Lewis Hayes with the meatball. Yeah, he's crabbing it in. And that's appropriate for New Hampshire. They like their crabs up there. Will Van Stearns, he's staying on the racetrack. He will pick up some track position. Kenny DeJet comes back in for a top-off. Same thing with Shane Coker and Jomo. Again, not bad move. Actually, I don't know if Jomo came in, but Coker did. And again, not a bad move for Coker, just to top off here. This is a track that we've talked about this before, even in the IR18. Track position is everything here. Now, the one additional thing with these cars, and I don't know if they'll get to this point, because right now we're already looking at a night full of cautions, I think. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, Clindy. But new tires in this car, of all cars we race here, Indy cars on the sim, new tires mean the most to the DW12. And to keep coming in and getting those new tires is probably good for Shane, but also on top of everything else, coming in and topping off the tank and being able to outlast everybody in hopes of picking up a caution, which the likelihood of possibly doing that seems high right now, is probably not a bad move.
Yeah, just one small correction is that Coker did not take tires on this trip down pit road. And I think that if you have just one lap on your tires, I think you want to keep the ones you had. The little bit of temperature you put in them is worth a lot.
Yes.
If you get on brand new tires here, the first lap out of the box, you're going to be much slower than anybody who's got temp in your tires. So I think it's more about the fuel for Coker right now. And I'm not sure if he lost a bet to Jacob Collins or not, but it looks like he's got a Patrick Star scheme on his car from SpongeBob.
He does. I personally am I am biased to Gary, of course, but there you see there is Patrick right there on his DW12. I am not the biggest SpongeBob fan. It's kind of beyond me. I'm a bit of a boomer there.
Green flag, green flag.
As Matt Wagner booms back to the start-finish line to take the green flag.
Lap 10, back to green. And they go through turns 3 and 4 and back out on the main straight. So far, this lap seems to be clean. Not a bad showing here tonight. 17 cars. LGN, purple lap 157.2.
We did it, Gary. One green flag of racing is complete.
Oh, no!
I jinxed it!
No!
I jinxed it!
No, and it's say, hey, Lewis Hayes again, unfortunately. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens to our Wednesday night commentary or commentator. He's racing with Will Van Stearns. Oh no! Netcode contact with Kenny DeJet Smith and backs into the outside wall. Excuse me, in turn 1.
That'll be night done for say, hey, Lewis Hayes. He used his fast repair after the first incident with Will Stearns. And now that his car is busted up again, no spare car to roll off the trailer a second time. He's used his extra life, and he will be retired for this evening.
And that's and now this is really I'll say this is a shame. This is a league that the only league we have in the whole P1 family of leagues that has a fast repair, and a lot of leagues have fast repairs that are out there. And there's a lot of leagues that abuse them horribly. They typically give bad drivers another chance to go out there to cause wrecks again. And even drivers that see that as like, oh, I can have a wreck and I'll just have a fast repair and I'll go back. That is really not how Dark Horse encourages to use fast repairs. They really encourage you to be a better driver and then use the fast repair as you need as a last resort. And it's very much a shame because Lewis Hayes is a very accomplished driver. We've seen him in the AMA and the ISRA here on the channel. And he's also one of our driver experts on the Horizon series. So he's very accomplished. He knows what he's doing. And unfortunately, a victim of circumstance, not even 10% into the season, not even 10% into this first race of the season, he has to retire because of using up, getting put into an incident and then using the fast repair and then getting into another incident almost right away, and that's a shame. But hate to see that for Lewis Hayes. Maybe he can get repaired on pit road and make up a lap or so. We might be looking at an evening full of attrition. And if that's the case, it might be worth for him to sit on pit road and get the repairs done. If Clindy, what he has on pit road's repairable.
It is not. The left rear suspension is lifted well off the ground. It's not busted off the car. Even if it does get fixed and he can limp around, he's going to be way, way off the pace.
We're getting ready to restart. Lights are out on the pace car. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate our coverage of the Dark Horse DW12 series here on P1. Make sure to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell if you're not done so already. A busy, busy week here on the channel this week. I'll be doing moot duty on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. Would appreciate your subscribe after this long week I'm already having. It's Sunday. That's just started. Restart here on lap 15. It is Wags, Peterson, Brubacher, LGN, and Gary Love in your top 5. Resetting the field here.
I'm not going to say anything about any conduct going on the track right now.
Let's find a piece of wood and knock on it.
The table I'm out is glass and iron, so we're out of luck there.
Head. There you go. Peterson in the draft purple lap.
Is it bad that it's hollow, Gary?
I don't think Pinocchio's was hollow, was it? Maybe
well,
just the Tin Man was hollow. But that's Tin Man.
Well, he wanted a heart, right?
But he wanted the heart, yeah. Scarecrow wanted the brain, yeah. Stouffer with the lead
He's
foot.
got the lead foot.
162.
Yeah, jinx.
Over to the inside of Low. He makes contact with Lovern. He holds it. And that could have been
a kiss.
Yeah, that could have been the next caution. That's going to allow Teed to go to the inside and bring his teammate High Song with him.
What a save from Stouffer, and here you can see all that progressive banking working out in his favor. What a run off the high side to hold off the Dark Horse team.
Yeah, these cars really love the high groove. I remember
he's in the wall again.
contact,
No!
and 2 cars. It is Stouffer, it is Teed on the main straight, and we saw it coming.
Stouffer's going to have to tow. If he's smart, he might. It looks like he's punching out. Yeah, he's got to use a fast repair here, but the tow's going to put him several laps down.
Just running out of room. It's just on the high side, and I was getting ready to say these cars like the high side. How Lilac missed all that? She just kind of net-coded through it all. Now Stouffer, yeah, he's on his lid, New Garden style. So that's not going to right itself like Grand Theft Auto. So he'll have to tow. Teed out on the racetrack. He'll recatch the field. He's dragging that front nose, throwing out sparks. He will be able to come to pit road and use that fast repair. But now the number of fast repair users is starting to get up there now.
Correct. We're looking about a third of the field now. Lewis Hayes, who's retired, Stouffer, Teed, and then Kenneth Smith have all used it that we know of. And a handful of others coming down for fuel again. Smith, Santos, Coker, Zier, and...
I think Zier, by getting the car looked at just from running through that, might have net-coded. We'll see.
Dinsdale was the last taker. Now, one brief correction, Gary.
Yes.
You said that this is the only fast repair league. Area 51 also has a fast repair.
Oh, you're right. The only one that I do. Sorry. Sorry. The only one that I do. I forgot about the Area 51. I do not broadcast Area 51 on Tuesday nights. I have a full slate that night.
I believe Horizon still has their fast repair. I believe. We had it last season when I won the championship. I don't
think those two leagues really abuse them either. My experience with the couple of races I ran in Area 51 in the past, I don't remember people re-racking and being jerks. Same thing with Horizon. I don't think Wags would put up with that. Wags, the leader, is the admin of that series. I don't think he would put up with that anyways. So, yeah. I mean, I just say that not necessarily a bad thing that fast repairs, but I will say my experience of broadcasting here in the Dark Horse series, this is now going back to season 7 now. Maybe season 6. I'll have to go back and look. They all start running together. But this is one of my favorite leagues, and the reason why this is one of my favorite leagues is because no one abuses. I have yet to see really a driver in this series abuse the fast repair.
Well, broadly, the DW12, or at least this aero kit of it, is nigh indestructible. With the IR-18, it seems, if you ever touch the safer barrier, you get the side pod damage, whereas the ad blocker on this aero kit just really does a good job of absorbing those hits. I've seen Jesper Dahlgren knock down the wall more times than I can count in this car and never get any damage whatsoever.
And I was asking Teed and Peterson that when the IR-28 comes out on iRacing, will they retire this car in Dark Horse to do the IR-18? He said no. So we got the DW12 for quite a while. Restart here at lap 23. And it goes back to Wags and Peterson, Brubacher, Nunez, and Lover. And that top 5 really has remained unchanged. Looking at the inside, Santos on Stearns. Santos really likes these cars. We should not rule him out.
He's probably won more Velocity Online racing races that I've commentated than any other driver. He's exceptionally quick and very good at saving fuel with his right foot because there are no engine maps in this car. Everything you save has got to be from the draft and from lifting.
Yeah, no tools at all. No weight jacker. No anti-roll bars. You get brake bias, and that's it. That's the same thing you would get like in a fixed stock car race. So no tools, no weight jacker, no engine mapping. Wags, even with fairly new tires, setting the purple lap at 162.6, and he just got that clean air.
The tires actually have enough temperature to
to register something. Yes. Nunez now starting to attack Jari Brubacher.
LGN's definitely on the hunt. He's got that aggressive look. He keeps darting, looking to put himself in the mirror of the driver ahead just to make them make a move and then go where they don't. A little bit of two-wide action back there with Will Stearns, Shane Coker, and Lilac Zier.
Here to the inside, but it's not the preferred line down low. We talked about that. You see Shane on the high side getting the momentum on that better banking up there. Deere doesn't have the great handling down low, but it's a shorter line.
And really, the banking begins after that first dashed line. You saw Lilac kind of straddle between the first dashed line and that second groove of pavement. That's where the banking really starts to take off.
And it's very subtle banking. It's not a great increase. It's like a difference between 1 and 3 degrees or something like that. It's very, very subtle.
Hey, some is better than none.
Right.
Five cars under a blanket here for the tail of the field. They're really mixing it up. The rest of the field is all single file, except for maybe Hysong and Campbell are in touch, but not quite yet side by side.
Continuing to watch that battle unfold. Just behind him, Will Van Stearns. Now we got a 3-car train, almost a 4-car train. As Densdale looking to the inside of Teed. Teed back fully 100%. Kenny Smith goes to the inside of Densdale. Teed to the inside of Will Van Stearns side by side through 3 and 4.
Stearns will have the momentum on the top, but Teed keeps the bottom nice and tidy, enough to stay alongside or at least think about throwing it down to the bottom again. No, he'll stick to the outside. See if he can build a better run for the backstretch. There it is.
There it is, you're right. And Will is a accomplished oval racer. He's got a win in the Votive Indy Oval Series back in season 1. Oh, that hole was getting narrow and narrow and narrow, and that caused Charlie T to have to lift, and he's going to get freight trained on the outside by at least 2, and he holds off Densdale. Densdale lifts and gets back in line.
He did the right thing. He took his medicine and said, I'm going to lift, we're both going to live, but I'm going to lose 3 spots. An honorable thing to do from Charlie T.
Yeah, well, it's, lap 32 of 175.
I didn't stop him before, Gary.
Here's Wayne Campbell up 7 spots early in this race. And he has made its way up to Jeff Heisong, the former winner here in the series at Michigan, I believe. New Hampshire has variable bankings from 2 to 7 degrees in the turns. The straightaways are actually banked at 1 degree. It's not exactly self-cleaning.
I guess there was something I was wrong about on the broadcast. I said that it transitions to no banking on the straightaway. It's not no banking. It's just less banking.
Low banking. Indianapolis has more banking in the turns in this place.
Yeah, it's 9 degrees all the way around, right?
Yeah, this is pretty, yeah. At least in the corners.
I think Murphy knows how many minutes, too. I know if he said it. I don't have it memorized.
Actually, I think that was the biggest difference between Ontario and Indianapolis. Is Ontario actually had a little banking on the short chutes, a little banking, and it made it a slightly faster racetrack than Indianapolis. The first 200-mile-per-hour lap in IndyCar history came at Ontario before it came at Indianapolis.
Was that in the early 80s?
70s.
70s, dang.
Yeah, the 70s. Meanwhile, up front, Matty Wags pulling away. We will give you, on the ticker, we will give you the gap to the leader. There you go. There you will see the breakdown there. He has himself a 2-second lead over Peterson. And the draft envelope in these cars, we talked about it before, very, very small. They, in theory, in reality, they're punching a very big hole in the air. But in iRacing theory, the draft window only extends about 0.6 of a second behind it, whereas it should be much longer than that. We've asked iRacing to go back and rework on the coding of that, and this is a legacy car, so they have done one small update on this car. I believe they updated recently, within the last couple years, the damage model, but that's it. No other updates on this car have been made in the recent future, so I doubt that draft envelope is ever going to be extended by iRacing. It'd be nice, but that's
Campbell's
going to
wish it was, because he just knocked the wall down coming out of turn 4.
Oof, we're going to go back and check that out, how he handled that into 3 and 4. He's up in the high line with Heisong, and Heisong goes down low. Campbell tries to go lower, and here's the arrow push. Watch the arrow push. It just scoots, and smacks the wall. This is the Granite State. A lot of granite has come here to build walls all over the United States. But that is not the type of wall building and destruction that you want to do here in New Hampshire.
A couple of agenda items I want to get straightened up. Not only was I wrong about the banking, I was wrong about Lewis Hayes as he goes around on the backstretch. He brought his car back out after taking repairs. I'm not quite sure it was 100% up to pace, but he was looking good before I said anything, and then I said something.
All right, Hayes under repair, and he's just trying to make some laps now, and it looks like the car just on its own maybe just lost its, yeah, right there. Just that is just probably an ill handling car, already making for a long day, making it longer here for hey Lewis Hayes, and we're back under caution. I would suspect the leaders we'll take this opportunity at lap 43 to come to pit road. We're thinking that a 3-stop strategy, the window is really open about now. Really, exactly now. Right now, a 3-stop strategy, the window is open. And yep, here they come.
I bet you Shane Coker stays out. Come on, Coker.
No,
do it.
He's going to stay out.
Ah!
Or he's gonna come in. Excuse me, staying out. Sorry, I saw coming around as Stoford. He's gonna try to get one of those wave around laps. And
there's one lead lap car that stayed out.
Yeah, that's Jomo. That's kind of his MO. He likes to go to the front, lead a lap, and then come to pit road.
Another agenda item. Will Stearns had a connection issue.
Oh.
Gonna return to the garage, see if they get that mechanical fixed, and bring the Van Halen machine back out. Yeah, connected. He may not even lose a lap here. It was all under yellow.
Yeah, you do get a bonus point in this league for leading the lap. So that's Jomo just racking up the bonus points. Where easy ones. That's low-hanging fruit right there. I don't blame him at all.
Murphy chimes in from the peanut gallery. Indianapolis is 9 degrees and 12 minutes. Straights are flat. I knew it was 9 degrees and something.
Jomo coming to pit road. He'll give the lead back to Wags as Stouffer gets the wave around. Can't recall. I double-checked. Lucky dogs are enabled, I believe, in this league. So if we get another caution, Stouffer, look out. Actually, I shouldn't say that. He's going to be 6 laps down. But if we get a bunch of cautions, Stouffer's going to be back in this thing.
Yeah, he'll have to get ahead of Charlie Teed, who's 5 laps down, but I don't see Charlie on the racetrack.
He will pass Teed this. I think he passes Teed this lap, and he has. So the first car, the least the number of laps down is Will Van Stearns, and I think he is going to might have got 1 back. Yeah.
Yeah, he should get 1 back and go to 3 down here with the Lucky Dog. But we're going green, so the Lucky Dog must have been skipped.
Or it should be. I did not look. I have it in my notes that Lucky Dog is enabled because we had it in the past, but depends on how the session is set up. Green flag's out. Back to green flag racing here, and first round of pit stops for the season for everybody's done, and we're back underway. And now they got to kind of feather-foot it around for the better part of the next couple of laps, you said, Clinty, because these cars just are very unwieldy with cold tires.
Yeah, the cold tires really don't like to stick. But everybody's doing a good job being a little more careful here. We get the restart lap logged green.
Whole bunch of traffic in front of Jomo, but he lets him go. He's just hanging out back there, staying on a lead lap. Right now, the way this race is unfolding is kind of in his strategy wheelhouse of just allowing everything to happen in front of you and make the easy passes when cars go to pit road. That's what he's doing. Jomo up to 13th. Purple lap. Wags with the new tires. And clean racetrack 162.8. A 22.1. Turning laps right around 20 seconds. Go ahead.
It is generally said that in order to win a race, you need to complete all the laps. And I know that is not true in the case that everyone would DNF, but that very, very rarely happens.
Look at this battle. Coker, Santos, Campbell, Zier. 2 cars in close proximity. 2 groups of 2 in close proximity. Santos up 5 spots. Coker up 5 spots. Isong up 5 spots to 5th spot.
A lot of 5s.
A lot of 5s. High fives all around here. At lap 50.
We got to get you a degree in numerology, Gary. You're killing it.
It's got lucky. It should have been lap 55, to be honest. But we got 50 out of it. Now we're at 51. So 51.50. Speaking of Van Halen. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Is still Wags, Peterson, Lover, Nunez, and Hisong.
JB's looking on Jeff Hisong.
Yeah, JB. It's been a while since JB's been to victory lane.
He's got such a monster run off the turns. He's doing a better job of backing up the entry, letting the car settle, and then just attacking the gas. He went a little too soon that time. You saw the car push all the way out to the wall and exit without putting any of that momentum forward. That means you're just asking too much of your tires, and instead of going forward faster, you go out towards the wall in a real big hurry.
So we're watching this battle still continue to unfold. Brubacher, it's been a while since he's been to victory lane, so we like to see him get back in there. Same thing for LGN. Hisong would like to get his 2nd career win. He got a first career win at Michigan a couple seasons ago. And same thing for Peterson, getting his first win a couple seasons ago at Iowa. He's really, over the last couple of seasons, putting in the work. He's been getting, specifically, he's been getting the qual pace down. It's just bad luck. One thing or another happens to be holding him up on the race side of things, but still leading. Led every lap so far today is Wags.
Oh, Stouffer just got turned out of 4.
Yellow flag.
Oh, and Will Van Stern gets the run around. Yes, that is a Van Halen song, by the way. And we'll see what happened to Stouffer off of 4. Does he lose it on his own, or does he get some help? In the neighborhood is Dinsdale. Don't think Dinsdale got to him, but Stern, okay. Yeah, Dinsdale did get to him only because the friction brakes and air brakes of smacking the wall off of 3. Stouffer spins it around, and really what helped there is Dinsdale helped finish him off, and Dinsdale's going to have to come to pit road. His front nose is messed up, and he'll have to get that replaced. But what happened to Will Van Stern? It looks like unrelated.
Too much rear brake bias.
He might have just coming off of. Oof, yeah, unrelated. Just applying the brakes. And you're right.
I think he only needs a new nose cone, so no fast repair needed here. But it will make it so he's not eligible for the Lucky Dog because he collected incident points the lap the yellow came out.
Oh, we have a change in strategy. Here comes Yari and Edson Santos. This is key. Very key. And you know what? Also following there is Shane Coker. That's not a bad strategy. When you see Yari and
Love it.
Edson Santos come to pit road, that might not be bad to follow him.
I don't care if Edson's in the lead. If I'm in the same race as him and we're in this car, I'm going to do whatever he does. I might finish second, but it's a whole lot better than finishing 10th.
Edson likes the strategy calls. He'll throw a little less fuel in that car to help it get lighter down the straights. And right now, I mean, it's probably not a bad strategy call to expect more cautions. Now, if this field starts to thin out now, we are now down 3 cars. We started with 17. We now have 14 still running. And we're not even at a halfway point yet.
Patience, Padawan. Patience.
Right. We're still about a half a stint away from getting to the halfway point as Will Stearns comes to pit road. And also Kenny Smith. He will top off and throw on a new set of tires. Still the Firestone Firehawk for these cars. Unfortunately, they are on an older tire model. These cars feel a little bit different than the IR18. In fact, you might even say these cars feel more planted than the IR18. IR18 lately, especially with the latest tire update, and you could speak on this, Clindy, the IR18 kind of feels floaty at times.
I don't particularly agree. I have never felt comfortable in the DW12. To me, it feels like the DW12 is perpetually on a quarter inch of snow. It doesn't feel like I can ever find the grip where other people have found it. Whereas I feel like the IR18, most of the time feels like it's stuck in some tar. So especially the fixed setups, it definitely likes to not turn very much at all.
Getting ready to go green, coming to lap 60. It's going to be Wags, Peterson, Lover, Nunez, Haisong, Zier. They all stayed out. First car on new tires. Topping off this time around, Jari Brubacher right here in 7th.
So let's see how long it takes for those new tires to get up to speed and start putting pressure on the leaders. Looks like he's looking to go on Lilac immediately. To the bottom here in 3 and 4. Going down to the first lane, he's going to push up a little.
He could have sent it. He could have actually just decided to ride up the banking and throw a vicious block, but he did the right thing. He'll reset. He'll go and use that higher line.
Lilac, I think, adjusted a little there. She had a really good turn 1 and 2.
We'll go up from the P1 airship here, from the high above here in the Granite State. And look at these different lines. 3 different lines, 4 different lines actually in that picture right there. Different cars.
I think if they really wanted to, they could go 5 wide. Just the guy on the bottom's going to lose 4 spots.
And here's Jari. He's back to Lilac. Lilac has made it to Hyson. Lilac, the winner of our last race to wrap up the end of last year at Indianapolis.
I think you want to pencil this one in, crew chiefs. It looks like it's going to be about 4 laps before the new tires are all the way up to speed with the hot old tires that people stayed out on. Isong all over the place. Zier's looking to the bottom here going into turn 1.
This might give Jari Brubacher a chance. Jari's the race record lap holder here. And here, yeah, that's exactly the inside of Zier. Zier had to lift a little bit. Jari has clean out on the bottom, but again, not the preferred line. And look at all that momentum on the high side. And there goes Zier. Zier had a shot, but backs off, and she might be saving some fuel.
I think Zier just didn't want to attack on the bottom again and give up the positioning to Brubacher. If Jari gets to Zier's outside, Zier can forget about passing Hisong.
Back to the inside. Brubacher gets a bit of a run. Now he's joined by Edson Santos. Now they're also joined by Shane Coker. With a 5-car breakaway here. Meanwhile, up front is still Wags and Peterson and Lovern and Nunez. We're watching from 5th on back right now on the racetrack.
Everybody loves a 5-car party for 5th.
And again to the inside, Edson Santos not wasting any time. He wants the position, can't quite pull it off, gets back in line up to the high side before Coker can get a run at this. Coker goes to the low side, get the clean air coming off the corner, down the back straightaway. Single file all the way again, back from 5th on back. Insanely hard to pass at this racetrack, Clindy.
You know who's feeling real smart right now?
Wags? I don't know. He's
yeah. Oh, yeah. He learned how to qualify. Start up front. Make them all pass you. If it's hard to pass, starting up front's the cure-all.
Just about every time we've seen any Indy-style race here at this racetrack, if you started up front, that's pretty much where you're going to finish. If you can stay up there the whole time. The track position here means everything, and it's just so hard to pass.
I think that's another thing I like about the IR18 is that it doesn't feel as dragged up, such that you can actually find tire wear savings late into a run at tracks like New Hampshire, where if people go out and abuse the fact that you're ripping through the corner and then pulling off the exit as quickly as possible to compensate all the speed you lost through the corner, like that'll eventually eat wear the tire, whereas here it's a more constant pace just because the car has more drag.
Last time we were here in Season 8, Round 8, Craig Forsyth won from the pole. And in Season 7, Round 10, Mark Cohn won from 5th. Round 6 of Season 4, LGN won here before. That's his, I think, his last win here. He won from 8th. Matt Wagner in Season 5, Round 3, won from 4th. And Robert Malechka won here in Season 4, Round 3, the first time we ran here. He won from 9th. So you start from the top 10. It's pretty good. Lilac's way down low. Yeah.
She's been stuck down there. She got a little out of shape, and then Jari pounced, and no one has let her back up since.
Dinsdale goes down there, gets a little bit of the draft off the quarter. He's now trying to, but she slams the door and goes back to the high side. So the opportunity is over for Dinsdale. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, like E.F. Hutton. He has to earn it. Oh, that's what E.F. That's no. That's E.F. Hutton. That's when they talk. People listen. Sorry. Smith Barney. That's it. Smith Barney's the old commercial. They earn money the old-fashioned way. They earn it. That was the old commercial from the '80s.
It's a bank reference.
Yeah, it's like it's some sort of finance house. I don't even think they're in business anymore. I just remember their commercials with the guy doing it. It's like, Smith Barney makes money the old-fashioned way. They earn it. With my horrible British accent.
Yeah, I might need to workshop that.
Yeah, it's like one thing at a time. I have a hard enough time talking on stream. Luis Gonzalez Nunez who speaks with a really good Latin accent, of course. He can roll an R like no one's business. He's looking on the high side of Gary Lovern.
Looking for that podium position, that bronze medal LGN is. He's been all over Gary, looking all the way to the bottom on the straightaways, entering on the wall in the corners. Gary's eyes are getting a workout if they're in his mirror, that's for sure. Look at this, all the way to the bottom of the straightaway. Doesn't care about the draft, he's just trying to mix it up.
This is his 35th career start, LGN. He has 5 wins, 11 podiums, 13 top 5s, 21 top 10s. Has led 434 laps, and of course 1 victory here at New Hampshire. But it's been a while since LGN's been into the victory lane. A couple seasons. He won a race during that campaign where every single race was won by a different driver. And Murph won the championship and didn't win a single one of them. Season 8. You know Murph has won more championships in the last 2 seasons than he has races? He's won only 1 race in the last 2 seasons, but won 2 championships.
You could be very, very consistent and still get the job done. Murph is a model of consistency.
Oh, into the wall just behind. I'm not sure who that was. That might have been Yari.
Yep, kissed it. No harm, no foul. Just trying to find his way around Haisong. He's a little bit quicker, and Santos is a little quicker yet, but a little bit of a logjam here for 5th place.
Now, Virginia's for lovers. New Hampshire's not really known for kissing, but it's going to smack the wall. It's not good for your car. Oh, right behind him, Coker gets loose off the corner. Brubacher racing with Santos. There's 2 drivers with a ton of starts in this series. That has been it's been a hot minute for Brubacher. 38 career starts, 7 podiums. I thought he had a win, but I'm mistaken. He has 7 podiums, 13 top 5s, 26 top 10s. But best career is a 2nd, so he is long overdue for a win, actually. Pulling away up front is Matty Wags, leader by 3 seconds over Peterson. Peterson's starting to pull away from Lover. Now, Lover a little under attack by LGN.
A little?
LGN's there. I don't see how much pressure. He's just there. I don't know how much pressure he's... Also, I don't know how much playing with the food LGN's doing. Is he getting some mileage here?
Brubacher got around Haisong. He had to pull the slider in 1 and 2.
Go back and look at that one. Yeah, he goes to the inside, and I think once he heard clear on the old radio, he's like, whoop.
All we had to do was take the camera off him.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, clear, and he goes right on up. Yep.
I think he's going to catch Lover and LGN here in short order.
Pantos inside of Haisong.
Coker's back there licking his starfish lips, hoping to get 2 for 1 here.
Still side by side again. Low line's not the preferred line around here. The high side is the preferred line. But look at the rotation Santos gives, and he gives him the old Brazilian clear.
Well, it's not done yet. Let's see what Haisong does here. He backs it down, concedes the spot. Coker's going to have a huge run through turn 4.
But Santos gives the draft to nobody. Now he gives it up to the high line, and it pulls him along through. And I think Haisong had to concede there.
I think you're going to have a train of new shoes coming to the front here. LGN's got a... His eyes are going to get way big in his mirror. He goes, hey,
scheduled stop coming to pit road. Haisong. I think he said, I've had enough, and he needs to hit pit road, 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit on the button. Last time we raced, remember, it was the first race we had with the new button format, and a couple drivers got penalties on pit road. So got to make sure. Also coming to pit road, your leader, Matty Wags, coming to pit road. Also Peterson. LGN Lover stays out. So all these drivers...
really good at saving fuel.
He has done a great job, you're right. And I thought maybe LGN was saving some fuel behind him, but Lover's going to stay out for at least a lap or 2.
Just one. He's in this time.
Again, gotta watch coming to pit road. Get down, lock it up, get it down at a 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. Make sure that you don't go over the pit road speed limit with the limiter on. He makes the long drive, so that turns the lead over to Brubacher on that alternate strategy. And it's not a bad, like I said, not a bad idea, and he's pulled it off right now. Same thing with Santos, same thing with Coker. Lovern comes off of pit road. His stop's done. So now, not to sound like T-Bell, but all those drivers are now what we call in the danger zone if a caution happens right now.
Wagner only needs to pass 2 cars, Santos and Brubacher, to get his lap back. He had such a big lead, he only lost a lap and 10 feet to the current race leaders.
Never had a repeat winner here at Dark Horse at New Hampshire. Were we going to see a repeat winner today, or we see a new first-time winner, or a new winner here at the racetrack? And this is kind of par for the course. We saw this on the Indy Fix side of things, and not a lot of repeat winners there at that New Hampshire. This is a very hard racetrack. No matter what style car you're in, Clindy, this is, you think it's a pretty straightforward oval, and you just turn left and go down the straights, but this is probably one of the most unforgiving ovals on the probably in the entire service. Maybe next to, and I know there's other different style ovals, but IndyCars go to probably next to Nashville Superspeedway.
No, I would say it's much more like Milwaukee or Motegi. Tracks where you really are in the corner and you're thinking, oh, I'm so good to pick up the throttle. And if you do, you die. You always have to wait that extra, it feels like 10 seconds, but it's beat and a half or 2 beats. As Wagner here is using his new shoes to attack the leaders to get his lap back, you'll see here just the difference in pace of when Wagner can pick up the throttle on these new tires. It lets him be so fast on the bottom, whereas if you're just coming to these corners flat foot, you're gonna have a very quick trip to the outside wall.
Riding with him and up in front of him, that's actually the battle for the lead right in front of him. And then the 4th car that you see in line, that is Jomo, and he is just at the back tail end of the lead lap right now. And that's Will Van Stern, excuse me. Sorry, 2 red cars, sorry. Wags is... Go ahead.
There's about 18 laps that Santos and Brubacher have on fuel on Wagner, so they'll be coming in here shortly, probably the next 10 laps or so.
Wags is in his 88th career start. There's 104 races in the history, either 104 or 105 in the history of the Dark Horse Series. So he's been in most of them. He has 10 wins, 25 podiums, 43 top 5s, 59 top 10s, 14 poles, got his 15th today, and has led over 1,100 laps. So he added to that total today. Of course, he has the 1 victory here at New Hampshire, what he won in Season 5. Again, how much, if you're in Wag's shoes, Glindy, how much are you wanting to get around the guys in front to get back on the lead lap? Or how much maybe you just want to come back, stay back here and save and let those 2 guys get out of the way on their own, knowing they got to come to pit road, even though he's going to go to the inside on Santos. He sends it down there. What do you think?
Santos is in trouble. He turned in on Wagner and hit him with netcode. His right front's destroyed.
Oh, and we'll go back again and watch that. Oh, you're right. Let's watch this again. We're going to go back about 20 seconds before the contact. We'll ride with Santos, and to the inside, you don't see it yet, but to the inside over here is going to be Wags. Oh, wow, not even close. Not even close. Not even close. And that's just awful netcode. Awful netcode. Watch this from this angle here. From the P1 airship. There's half a car width between the 2. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. That's just awful.
Now the cars on the alternate strategy all have begun pit. Santos with that damage, and then Coker and Brubacher are both in, and Matt Wagner will get back to the lead here as Wayne
Campbell coming to pit road, and he gets down to 45 miles per hour. Will turn the lead back over to Wags once he picks back up the lead when he goes past him on the front straightaway. And then it will be Wags, Peterson, Lovern, and Nunez as your top four. Shane Coker will be in the 5th position, I believe. No, not necessarily. Haisong Coker battling, but he has a whole bunch of busy bees and angry bees around him, so he's just going to let everyone go. Wags back to the lead now. Wags leading by 6 seconds now over Peterson. There is Peterson. Then there's Lovern. Then there's Luis Nunez. Wayne Campbell coming off of pit road. He rejoins right behind that group. This is all going to be a battle for 5th. Kenny Smith also involved in that battle as well. I still got Clindy here in the channel. I thought I heard his voice fade out. You still there, Clindy?
Yeah, I am. I was trying to call Wayne Campbell's pit stop, and then I think maybe my microphone had an issue. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Perfect. Readjusted some cables there, so.
So back to the leader at hand now is Wags, who just came to pit road for his stop about now 17 laps ago. It just seems like he was just there, but that's how quickly we are now ticking these laps down. After a bit of a rough start, Clindy, he pitted at lap 88. That really puts him towards, he went 45 laps in that last stint, so that will get him in the 120s. And very close to a final stop there.
I think if he saves a little, he should be able to get it home from 129, 130 with relative ease. I thought they ran full fuel cells, but
75%. 75%.
That's why the math's not mathing.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to make it. So he'll definitely have to do a stop at Splash and Dash at the end. But again, we've talked about it, that new tires on these cars mean everything, but except at this racetrack.
Well, he's also got such a large lead now. I think maybe the stop and go doesn't even lose him the lead relative to the cars on the alternate strategy. He's more than half a lap ahead of them.
Oh, look at this battle for 6th. Haisong, Zier, Coker, Campbell. Coker, I think, smashed the wall, and he goes way up top. I think he's allowing Campbell on by so he can just get behind this group and kind of run reconnaissance on him. Now he goes to the inside, trying to hold his line, wobbling the car a little bit. Maybe he has a little bit of wheel damage. He might have some front nose damage on the wings. See, the ad blockers look a little scuffed up.
He looks clean on my end. Everything to me looked like he just avoided disaster, both from Campbell's rear attenuator and from the safer barrier. You never know how close it is with netcode. Sometimes you could be 4 feet away and get nuked, and other times you're 4 inches inside of them and you're totally fine.
But we're still watching this battle with Haisong, Zier, Campbell, Coker, all together on the racetrack. And I tell you what, everybody is trying to tear down that turn 4 wall now.
And I think, Gary, that might be because of the wind. The wind is pushing them into, or like it's coming from the grandstand into turn 4 at almost 10 miles an hour. Gusting between 8 and 10 miles an hour every lap.
Unfortunately, the weather widgets does not work on this overlay. I still need to get that fixed by my developer, so we'll rely on Clindy. I don't even know what the track temp is. How are we looking there, and how do you think that might impact tire dig?
So we started at 98 degrees Fahrenheit this afternoon, Gary, during qualifying. It's come down a little bit, down to 88 degrees Fahrenheit, and ambient here is going to be 70 for the remainder of the afternoon until the race is over.
Haisong pitted on lap 87. He went 26, or he's currently on 26 laps into his. He went 44. I remind you that I think that might have been all green or mostly green. So it looks like if we actually really started this race and didn't go green right off the bat, if they can go 44, that's really a 3-stop strategy. So he might be able to do this in another stop at a quarter, that looks like, as we're at lap 116 of 175.
And Wagner has come up to his first opponent to lap under pace. And it will be Joseph Morales. Let's see how long it takes for him to navigate this dirty air, because Wagner's not really had any of it.
No, he has not.
All evening long.
Yeah, he experimented a little bit with dirty air when he was behind Santos and Brubacher when they were battling for the lead while we were at overlapping the pit strategies, pit windows.
Oh, Santos, I think, is in trouble again. He's crashed on the front straightaway.
Oh, Santos is up in a ball of smoke on the main straight, and he had a big tumble. We'll re-watch what happened again from the P1 airship as he has Dinsdale to the inside. I don't think Dinsdale is anywhere close to him. Oh, no, because it's Kenny the Jet. He goes sideways off of 4 and launches Santos's car. Santos, that's just no place to go. That's the closing rate of these cars, and we could talk about that over and over and over again. It's not an ARCA brake thing, people. It's not about he had time to lift. Watch this right in front of him, right in front of him. Bam. Oh, wow. And you could, speaking of Van Halen, cue up Van Halen Dreams with that barrel roll, just like the Blue Thunder, or the Blue Angels, not Blue Thunder, Blue Angels, and that. But watch this. Let's reset it here, and let's play full speed. Just how much time he didn't have. Do a barrel roll like the Blue Angels in that Dreams video. Watch this. Just no time. Whoop. Bam, 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 and a cartwheel. And Brazilian judges, that might have given good marks on that one, but not the Eastern Bloc judge. He didn't like it.
I think it was a 5, maybe.
Oh, poor Edson. So chances for a win are gone for Edson. LGN will pick up the lead. Wags comes to pit road, and picking up some track position is Jomo. He stays out. So Nunez, Brubacher, and Campbell opt on the track position. And I got to tell you, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, this is not a bad call. He has watched a number of full-length and even partial-length races here we've done on iRacing at this racetrack, and he just knows that track position is everything. And just to go out there, and this is not a bad move. I don't know if he can make it with what we have left. He's going to have to stop again at least one more time now. But this is a good move to get this track position.
I think everyone's got to stop one more time. I think LGN's just hoping that his tires are still fresh enough from that last round of green flag stops that he can get out ahead of Wagner, and then even if his stop is a little longer than Wagner's last stop, he can be on even footing or use the undercut to secure the victory here. But I think Wagner, if he doesn't get too greedy, if he takes his time, lets his tires get up to temp, and then attacks, he should make quick work of these 3 in front of him.
Lights out on the pace car. Now, if you've noticed right here in this graphic, that little 01 on the side of his car, the LED board, that LED board is coming back with the new car. I always was a big fan of that. So getting ready to go green this time by. Green flag is out. LGN wastes no time whatsoever. He gets a big jump on it in 4, and he has himself a little bit of a lead now going into 1 and 2. Brubacher having clean air on the high side, down the backstretch, joined by Campbell, Wags, and Peterson, your top 5.
LGN got a monster jump there. He didn't jump the restart. He just got out ahead of everyone so cleanly that this whole run is going to be dictated by the 2.5 seconds he put on Wagner in the first 50 feet of the racetrack.
Yeah, Brubacher has that's just a lot of space for Brubacher to run down in that place. It's hard to run someone down. It is Gonzalez, Nunez, Brubacher, Wayne Campbell, Matt Wagner, and Peterson. And Wags has made it to Campbell. And again, you talked about this before we had the caution that came out. Wags was approaching lap traffic, and the caution came out right in front of him. But Wags hasn't really had to navigate much traffic at all today. And now we watch him for the second time, really, all race long, as Brubacher goes by LGN. LGN's like, not so fast, my friend. Going back to the inside.
So LGN's been kind of committing the cardinal sin of all open-wheel oval racers. He's overdriving the center of the corner. You can see where he gets in harder and then tries to pick up the throttle sooner, and it just kills his exit speed. Yari's been doing a good job of backing each corner up and using that to transition into a good straightaway speed every single corner.
Let's listen to Yari. We'll ride with him. We'll look out the attenuator. Back to second and third and fourth.
And you know he's doing a good job because the cars behind him are getting smaller.
Inside Wags. He's looking for 2 for 1. He got 1. He's not quite clear.
He's going to slide on up, take P3. The man who's dominated this race is back up one spot. He's going to be up another. Not quite clear. LGN fights back on the high side. Same line for Wagner, right on the first line of banking, and now he's clear for second. That's when you know the bottom's that bad. When somebody who was fighting for position has the opportunity to cross back over the person they were fighting, and they just lift. Like, I don't know.
No. We're going to reset, yeah. And look, I mean, he's a full lane higher right now. We're riding with LGN and the Robbie Gordon cam over the left rear tire.
I think LGN got a taste of that clean air on the cooler tires right after the restart. He felt like Superman and kept that cadence, that rhythm. It's like, oh, it put me out to a 1 second lead. I'm going to keep doing that. And then the tires are just like, we're a little too hot for that, buddy.
Here's Peterson to the inside of LGN, trying to get back on the bottom step. Not quite clear. All the while, Brubacher side by side with Wags now. Wags has caught Brubacher to the inside now, battling for position. Wags has dominated this day. He's looking to get back the lead to the inside, going into 3 and 4. Brubacher with the preferred position up top, with the shorter line down low. It is Wagner. They're still going to come off the corner. They're going to drag race down the front stretch. Brubacher all the way up against the wall, but he still holds on to the lead. Side by side again and through 1 and 2. Clindy, this is going to be a bit of a side by side battle. These guys, neither one of them's given up.
Yari needs to keep Wags behind him as long as possible. Wagner has shown he has the best solo car pace, and if Yari lets him by, every lap he will be losing time to Wagner. The pit cycle sequence is now open. LGN is in for his final stop of the day.
44 to go. He went on that stint. LGN went 45. Our current set 42. Previous set went 45. So he is in the window to make this on his last stop. And on the high side, Wagner just outlasts him and sends it, and he gets it. New leader.
Yari thought about finding back on the inside after getting beaten 1 and 2. Now we want to see how long Yari's going to wait before he commits to pit road. I think the longer, the better.
You think the longer, the better?
Right now, I mean, as long as he can kind of have Wags tow him forward, and that way he doesn't get burned too badly, the undercut can't be too big of an undercut, right? Right now, you're looking at a full run to the finish. LGN's tires were cooked. He had no other option. He just got to hope for a well-timed yellow. Yari's got better long-run pace. If he can keep Wagner within arm's reach here, maybe go 5 or 10 more laps, just have good tires for the whole last stint, whereas Wags will have exceptional tires. He's going to have to do the same thing he just did. Hold him off for the last handful of laps and see if he can come home on a different strategy.
Remember last season, Wags finished 3rd in the championship. He's been kind of the proverbial bridesmaid in all the leagues he runs. He's not really won a big championship. He keeps telling me, I got to win one. Could this be the season? He had 2 victories last season in the series. He won at Iowa and won at Michigan. 2 drastically different style of racetracks he won at. Can he break through today with the season opening win? He's won season openers before. He won at Motegi in the Elite Racing League to open their season last season, but it didn't portray any further into the season much beyond that. It was a bit of a rough season for Wags. Can he transfer this attempt right now as he's looking at the win as he's pulling away? Can he turn this into a possible championship opportunity 7 races, 8 races from now?
He's looking like the championship favorite so far, 60% of the way through race 1 of the whole season. So perfect form so far, Wags. Just keep it clean, keep it fast.
Go back a little bit further in the pack. It's Zier and Coker and Dinsdale all together. I do have, here is the schedule for this season. There you have it right there. Bit of a jumbled mess. We had to reschedule because of soccer and the rained out IndyCar race for Nashville, but we rescheduled. The season opener is today, of course, New Hampshire, then we go to Milwaukee. So both the short tracks, 1 mile ovals on the schedule will be right off the bat. Then we go to Kentucky, Michigan, Iowa, Kansas, Auto Club, Pocono, and Indianapolis. Iowa, of course, the shortest track of the schedule, but it's the only short track really after round 3. Everything else is intermediate or larger. And every race from round 3 to the end of the season is either a night race or it's a Dark Horse Grand Slam race. So every race kind of after Milwaukee is kind of a big race. But that's the schedule. We'll have it later here on the program to show you again as we are watching this battle between Coker and Zier. Was hot at one point, and as I had the graphic and I remove it, now it cools off, of course.
Here, I'm going to talk some numbers real quick.
Go ahead, talk some numbers.
LGN's in clean air. He's on brand new tires. He's ripping his fastest laps of the race. Do you know who's still faster? Matt Wagner. On older tires with the same air. This dude has got this setup and this track figured out.
22.3 last time by for Wags. Nunez a 22.5. 33 to go here at New Hampshire. Today's coverage is. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gary.
No, go right ahead.
If you're Yari, you got to think about pitting soon. No, he's coming right now. All right, great. My job here's done.
Lovern blinked out, but he's back. Also on pit road, Wayne Campbell for a scheduled stop. Today's coverage brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description. Want to thank Jim and the guys at 4D Racewear for continuing to support the Dark Horse DW12 series. You want to make sure you check them out here in about a month or so. It's about a month now, Clindy, when we go to the Sim Gaming Expo. And, of course, if we get a good close-up of Wag's car, there you see Sim Gaming Expo on the engine cowling and the tail and the rear wing there. He will be at the expo as well. I will be at the expo. Luis Gonzalez Nunez will be at the expo. Clindy, you're going to be in the you and Wags will actually be in the Open Wheel Invitational.
A little bit of tete-a-tete. That's French for head-to-head.
We learned something. Of course, New Hampshire really is not that far away from. It borders Quebec.
Mm-hmm. Yep. J'ai beaucoup de France, beaucoup d'amis de France.
And my relatives that live there, I'm not, because there's a ton of them there, and I'm not doxing anybody, but my relatives that live there have the last name LaCroix. So, yeah. And Levesque is another relative I have from the area. Happens to also be the area, speaking of that, and you might not care about this, but a famous Levesque from New Hampshire is Paul Levesque, who is also known as Triple H in the WWE. There might be a possibility I'm related to him. I've never really thought of that, but I have Levesque in my family tree, so maybe. But someone looking to make the answer the bell here for the last stop is Jeff Heisong. He is coming to pit road right now for his last pit stop. I don't know if that's right, if I can say that right.
Le Pits.
Le pit stop.
You should say Le
Le
Pits,
stop.
yeah.
Okay.
Fair to stoop.
Is it Le Box? Le Box probably is
Le
what they say.
Box.
In
I think box is boîte. B-O-I-T-E-S. So Le Boîte. Brubacher will now be in provisional second. He's passed LGN. And now he needs to set some really, really quick times to even have a hope to be ahead of Wagner by the time Wagner stops, because that guy's out of this world. He's going so fast.
Peterson came
May
to
as
pit
well
road,
be
but
in
he's
pit
been
back.
jumped. But now he's battling for position with newer tires against a car that's been out there for a while now. Current stint for Nunez is 18 laps, so already a lot of
and he's got
smoke.
dirty
Something
air from-
happened coming off of pit
Garrett.
road. A lot of smoke. Not sure what happened.
Go back and look. See if I can find it.
So it's Heisong, or there's Dinsdale coming off the pit road. Got to be careful. You're going to be lighter tanks and very new tires. He's feather footing it around. And a very narrow pit exit. It's like the blue line and on the wall. That's all. I mean, it's kind of like Legacy Kentucky coming off a pit road. Just kind of very narrow. So Dinsdale done. Gonzalez Nunez done, passed by Peterson. The Wags still the leader. Wags with 23 to go at lap 35 of the current stint. Went 30 last time. So he's already passed what he did last stint. When do we see Wags come to pit road with 22 to go?
I would imagine with the pace he has, he may just come in for fuel only.
That's not a
If
bad
he's gonna
idea.
get-
You're right.
If
That's
he
not a
wants
bad idea.
tires, I would get them now. There's only one other car that hasn't stopped for tires yet. Because if you're going to get the tires, you want to use them, right? You don't want to wait all this time and go as late as possible hoping for a yellow. Like, commit to your strategy and commit to it, right? The only other car out right now is Gary Lovern, and he's 5-6 seconds behind Wags.
And Lovern is 36 laps into his current stint. He went 29 last time. So he is about due.
I think he went 29 because that yellow came out. I think he had pit a little early
Okay.
there. Lovern, well, is in this time, so chalk one in the Gary scoreboard.
Every now and then. Every now and then. Here's your stint lengths, if you can see on the screen, and we'll let it cycle through.
Wagner's coming in this time as well. So we'll see if he comes out ahead of or behind of Jari Brubacher. I would assume he will be ahead. Just Wagner's times have been so good.
We're watching Wags come to pit road.
Brubacher's about 4.5, 5 seconds ahead of Lovern. It's going to be close, Gary.
Here, and Zier, purple lap. Here's Brubacher off of 4. Wags down on the apron, coming up to speed. Brubacher now into 1. Wags is going to come down the backstretch. He'll be clear of him, but he's not fully up to speed yet. And we watched the pit stop. So he went, I believe he went with new tires.
He did indeed.
So he needs to bring those tires up to speed. Now, if he had to get more than 5 seconds worth of fuel, which I believe he did, you might as well throw a new set of tires on, but it's a big gamble to, wait those 2 laps or so for those tires to come up this temp. And that car is kind of unpredictable in that window. And I think Wags is going to be able to hold on to it. Brubacher is going to be slotted into second. Peterson now in third.
Yeah, Peterson's done a great job getting back up to third. And Jari did a good job of keeping pace with Wagner, but he's got to settle for second now or hope for a yellow here in the next 10 laps where everyone else will want tires but Wags.
And let's shout it out to Wayne Campbell, who's up 10 spots to P4 as he gets around a slower Kenny Smith, who's down on speed. But he's looking at a top 5 in the season opener here. But Wayne was having issues, we call them mechanical issues with his PC prior to the session, and finally got in. And he's just outlasting everybody and has worked his way into P4, and he's on the precipice of a podium finish if something goes wrong with one of the cars in front of him. But he's looking at a solid top 5 in the next 15 laps. And this is a pretty good race for someone that at one point really didn't think that he was going to start this race.
A lot of temperament comes from being able to keep your cool when you have those kind of tech issues right before the race. And finally, just being on the track lets you let go and log laps. He actually has much better pace than Peterson here, so he might have a fighting chance at podium without any trouble from the competitors in front. He'll just do it on pace. Well, Peterson was a 10th faster that time, but it shows what I know. Ears perked up. Oh, that Wayne Campbell guy's coming? Better go fast now.
Back up front. Wagner looking to be the first driver to repeat with a victory here to add to his win total as well. It'll be win number 11 if he can get career win here, number 11 here in the Dark Horse DW12 series. Second win at New Hampshire. 11 to go.
And LGN are side by side for P5.
And Lovern's just going to have better tires at this point.
Zier and Coker behind them fighting for 7th.
Coker, he's up 5 spots from where he started. Remember, he started in the back with no qualifying speed. He's bringing SpongeBob's best friend, who's not the snail, up to P8 right now. But Lilac looking at another top 10 finish there in the series. Could be really the way she ended last season, considered one of the championship favorites.
I don't know if it's intentional, but her scheme always reminds me of Buzz Lightyear.
It does, a little bit of Buzz Lightyear, yeah.
And then the lilac purple helmet, I think it's on purpose. If she pulls out a podium here in the last 8 laps, we'll ask.
I don't think she's going to infinity and beyond. I'm pretty sure that's a Janet Guthrie livery from the late 70s.
Ah, that would make sense.
But yeah, it does look very Buzz Lightyear-ish with that lime green. 7 to go here at New Hampshire. Right, iRacing measured this racetrack right at 1 mile, but IndyCar, when they last raced here, measured it at 1.025, but the kart series, when they were here, and the early IRL series measured it at 1.058. And in fact, if you go to the website, that's how they measured as well. So everything we're measuring on the speeds and time for everything on the overlay is measured at 1 mile, because that's what iRacing measures the facility at. And so that's what we'll go off of. Does have lap traffic in front of him in the form of Jomo, and is that just Jomo? Yeah, just Jomo. Hi Song, that might, and Dinsdale. So I don't know if he actually will get to him or he can just back off and show a little mercy. He has himself a 4-second lead.
And tip of the cat to Matty Wags. He earned that 4-second lead. He gutted out the older tires, put that time between himself and Yari at a tire deficit, really, and then it's now just pulling away with the better tires here at the end. So tip of the cap, he had him beat on strategy and on pace.
Coming to 3 to go here at the Magic Mile. Thanks for joining us. Next race for the series, you saw the schedule. We'll have it up on the screen for you in a couple weeks at Milwaukee. Next weekend, doubleheader, votive at Texas, Clindy.
I've got a pretty good reputation in that league at that track.
It'll be me and LGN in the booth. Don't forget Monday night doubleheader. It'll be myself and Jacob Collins in the booth for the Open Series, and Jacob will then take the Road Series for the the Indy Next guys. It's the wrestler in me calling it NXT. Sorry, the wrestling fan in me. But that'll be Monday night. Tuesday night, we have a doubleheader. Also, as well, the Oval Series, as well as Indy Next Oval. Oh, Jomo into the wall. And then Wednesday night. White flag is out. You're right. Wednesday night will be the Horizon Series. This guy right here, the series that this guy is the admin for the Horizon IndyCar Series at Milwaukee. Another 1 mile oval that he can conquer, but he's conquered this one today in masterful fashion. There really was little doubt today that this was going to be your winner in dominant form. Matty Wags, win number 11 here in the Dark Horse Series, and starting off this season strong as the early points leader. Jari Brubacher matches his best career finish in second, and Eric Peterson back on the podium again for Eric Peterson, putting those finishes together, and that's what it takes to put together a championship effort in a series. He comes home in third.
As we touched on our biggest mover, Wayne Campbell is P4. He was up 10 spots from his 14th starting position, and Gary Lovern converts his 4th place start to a 5th place finish. Racking up top fives is a surefire way to be in contention for the championship, as our reigning champion, Mark Murphy, would be able to attest.
And Mark will probably be back in the lineup when he returns, so he's using already this one as a drop week, unfortunately. As we will get in tonight's final results. Here you go.
A little bit of drama on the last lap for LGN. I think he ran out of fuel
Oh, no.
on the last lap, basically as he came to take the white flag.
Oh, no. No, you hate that. All right. There you see the top 9 is Wagner, Brubacher, Peterson, Wayne Campbell, and a good run for Wayne. Again, perseverance, having mechanical issues before even starting the session, getting in and getting in the top 5. Gary Lovern, good finish for Gary. He's been putting together some solid finishes here in the series. Zier, back off her Indy 5 or Indy 300 win to wrap up last season, comes home in the top 10. Shane Coker, starting from the tail of the field, top 10. Shane Dinsdale, same thing, comes home in 8th. Jeff Heisong in 9th. Okay, for some reason, I don't see 10th. But 10th is Joseph Morales. So for some reason, we'll have to get that changed on the overlay. Sorry, Joe. Didn't mean to do that, man. We'll get that fixed. Luis Gonzalez Nunez 11th. Kenny DeJet Smith in 12th. Edson Santos 13th. Will Van Stearns 14th. Christopher, he's going to use this one as a drop too. 15th, Charlie Teed. 16th, Say Hey Lewis Hayes, who will be in the booth with me on Wednesday night for the Horizon Series. Maddie's series there. IR18's on Wednesday night. He finishes 17th. All right. Just need to get some replays queued up, and we'll jump into the interview room.
And it looks like we have our whole podium
Stand by.
waiting for us. So
Good.
as soon as you want
Good.
Eric Peterson, let me know and I will grab it.
There we go. And doing all my back-end production stuff here. We'll cue out the music. And we'll get away from the B-roll. And then you'll see a close-up of the Marlboro livery of Eric Peterson. And you can go ahead and bring him on in.
Anything with it?
There he is. Yeah, careful. Don't say anything we don't want to say. You're live.
No.
You got a hot mic.
No secrets. No secrets.
Eric Peterson. Yeah, I tell you what. The secret, you seem to be keeping it. We were talking about it in the program. You've been really, over the last season or so, been putting together now solid qualifying attempts. And now you're putting together solid finishes. And that is really the secret to this series, how to do well. We saw it with Murph. One win last season, no wins the season before, just getting consistent finishes. And that's what you're getting now. And you got a third place today, and you are up front all day today. And normally in these races, something just comes and gets you. But today, you just ran. You kept your nose clean. I don't even think you used the fast repair, and it was almost an all coming up roses Eric Peterson day, but still a bottom step, and it's a great way to start the season.
Yeah, normally what gets in the way of all that, what happens before, is me. So either I'll speed on pit road, or I'll try to take down, the safer barrier in turn 2 or turn 4 just to see what the car can handle, see if I can knock that toe in and make it handle a little bit better. But today I managed to, not do that, not speed, not do anything. I did almost screw up my last green flag pit stop there with about, 25 to go or 30 to go, or when I came in. I just wanted to make sure I covered, Yari and stuff like that right in front of me. And I came in hot and slowed down a bunch to make sure I didn't get a speeding ticket. But I think I gave up some spots because of that. But no, all in all, I mean, between Yari and Luis and Matt, they were class of the field out there. I had nothing for any of them. Obviously tires made a big difference with the race, but it was fun. It was a good set, but just couldn't hang on to that second. So, but at least I got third. So happy to do that.
Any questions for Peterson?
You plowed through my original question was going to be, how did you get back to the podium? But I saw something in the setup, and I know maybe you run the league and maybe do the setup commissionings, but I saw a lot of drivers struggle with rear brake bias and cold tires.
Yep.
What can we do to maybe get drivers to crank that bias forward or deal with those cold tires a little better next week or in the coming weeks? That way we can get off to a smoother start.
I have to be honest with you. I had no idea it was set that far back. This was a set that was provided to us by another set maker. And with that, when I got in, and it's like, it was great in race trim to have it set that far back because it helped the car turn a little bit if you had to tap the brakes a little bit. I mean, I wasn't using the brakes probably as much as I should have been to be faster. But you definitely had to be aware of that coming into pit road. But on fresh tires coming out, it was almost flat out all the way around. You just had to stay off that bottom line. You could not go below that first dotted line and get down into that first lane. If you did, the car would upset. I don't know if they rescanned this track or what they did, but those turns are definitely off camber.
This is a new scan, I think. I think this is a newer scan. Yeah.
And it's not as bad as it used to be, but if your left front crosses over that dotted line a little bit, it will help it turn. But if you go too far, it'll snap spin on you. And I think that's what we were getting. I'd have to go back and look at some of the replays to see the spins, but to see if they went too far. Because if you got on the throttle, below that, the car would just snap on you. So the key was staying above that white line, the dotted one, staying in lane 2 or above.
Well, Eric, great way to start the season. You had a very strong season last year. I think we call up the points from you. You finished sixth in the top 10. So, but you finished, I think, 6th last season in season 9. But you've been a consistent top 5 type of guy in that neighborhood, anyways. And now you're starting this season with a P3. We're going to get at least the 1 mile rules out of the way early with this and Milwaukee next. So after that, we know that you like those 1.5-mile-ers and 2 mile super speedways. So I think it's starting to and plus, and then we got to go to Iowa, a track that you won at. So I think this is looking pretty good for you. Off to a good start. Do you have anybody you want to shout out? Friends, family, sponsors? Anyone you want to say hi to?
Yeah. Thank obviously you guys, Gary Clenty, thanks for helping out in the booth and getting this broadcasting done. You guys put on a class act, and of course Charlie and Jeff, we're in the Discord channel together, and it helps, having other people with what they're running and what they're doing. So thanks for that. Congratulations to Matt and Yari for finishing on the podium, and all the guys for coming out. Having 17 cars our first race after postponing the season the way we had to do to help out Jim Brooks, and we're always thinking of him. And thank 40 Racewear and Jim for all he does for us. Wonderful partner to have. And thanks. That's pretty much all I got.
It is his 103rd start, 6 podiums, 24th top 5 finish, 52nd top 10. This is just second New Hampshire podium, if you believe it. I don't know if you knew that or not. Both were third-place finishes. Congratulations. Good start to the season, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks when we go to Milwaukee.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we will move him just down into one of these other ones. He can pop in wherever he wants now. We will go to Jari Brubacher, see if we can find him. I think he's around here somewhere. There he is. Can you grab him, Clindy, and bring him on down here? Oh, wait a minute. Clindy is not available. Fell out.
No, I'm here.
Oh, here he
I
is.
brought Yari in.
Oh, there he is. Bringing Yari. Hey, Yari, congratulations, man. This ties a career best for you, and you were up front all day today, and maybe if strategies worked out differently, it could have been your first W. I think you're well past due for a W. In fact, I thought you had one, and then I looked back, and I was really surprised you didn't. So that's on me, but man, one of these days you are going to get the W. But talk about the race here today. It was slow going at first, but once we got going, yeah, you definitely were one of the best of all the day.
Yeah, I feel like I'm quite often in the booth here, but I'm like never on the top step. But I'm happy with second. New Hampshire is not really a track I'm usually good at, so I was surprised how strong I was. But I think I also did a couple mistakes on the pit road. I don't know if you saw that. Like I overshot my first on the first pit stop. I overshot the pit stall, and then like on the second, I almost spun coming out of the pit. That definitely didn't help. But, like, I'm happy with P2 here.
Good. Any questions for JB?
Yeah, Yari, we saw you kind of hold your hand cool to your chest and wait probably as long as you could to put on that last set of tires and not undercut too hard. How hard was it watching Wagner walk away and LGN setting fast laps on his new shoes, knowing that you were going to have to beat them both to podium?
Yeah, with Matt, I was pretty convinced like that he was going to beat me. He was really strong. Like I felt also on the lower line, on the inside line maybe. And yeah, against Luis, I just saw they were that they were he was quick, and yeah, it was just basically wait and see what happens. You never know if a caution flies or anything, so I just try to go as fast as possible and see where I end up in the end. And yeah, that's T2, so that's okay to start the season.
Well, Yari, looking at stat-wise, this is your 39th start. You had 8 podiums, 14 top 5s, 27 top 10s now, and it's your first New Hampshire podium, and it ties your career best finish of second. A good way to start the season. You always seem to be in the running for these races, and just one reason or another, just luck kind of counts against you. Maybe this is just turning things differently for you. You're going to experience that better luck this season. Shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, just thanks to everyone racing, everyone watching, and like that was a real fun race, even though overtaking was super difficult.
Yeah.
But, I enjoyed it. Like you just have to be really, you just have to wait to see if something opens up, if someone makes a mistake. But after all, that was a good race. So thanks for everyone watching and participating.
That is Jari Brubacher, who finished second today, tying a career best result here in the series. We'll catch you at the next one, another mile oval, when we go to Milwaukee.
All right. See you there, hopefully.
You got it. Always good to have Jari back in the lineup. I know Matty Wags is going to want to come in here if you can bring him on down, Clindy. And here he is, Matty Wags. In his 88th career start here in the series, his 11th win, 26th podium, 44 top 5 and 60 top 10s. He becomes New Hampshire's first repeat dark horse winner. And now, my friend, you move into sole possession of 4th place in the all-time wins list. And now you're also the points leader, a place that you've been desperately trying to finish the season on, but at least you're starting off on the best foot possible.
Yeah, I think that's the second opener this year we've taken a W, and actually feels pretty good. So I was really, really excited for actually the first race we were supposed to run. I was so prepared. Me and Murph were talking strategy before the race, and oh, didn't get a chance to race. So the opener here at New Hampshire, not much strategy at all. The fuel was a little bit of concern. Probably, probably about lap 110-ish. I was a little bit scared because I was maybe about point 0.3 off, and I was like, yeah, I could save that, but it's really hard to save at a short track. Well, I had a 6-second lead, but it's still really hard to save, even though
And it's hard
you
to save
really
in this
want to.
car.
Yeah, it really is. It's all foot.
Hmm.
That's what thing I love about the DW12. It's all about the pedals and your steering wheel. No dials, no nothing. Just go out there, have fun. Whatever happens, happens, and lo and behold.
Yeah, you were tied all time with Nick DeGroot with 10 wins, and now you're in fourth place all by yourself. You're 1 win behind Craig, and you're within an earshot now of getting past Robert Malechka, the all-time wins leader, with 14. So a strong season might get you there. We'll turn it over to Clindy for his questions, but you're slowly starting to add up a lot of these numbers career-wise here in the Dark Horse Series.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Clindy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was waiting for
No, it's okay.
Clindy. You there? Go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm here.
That's
Gary,
kind of an awkward
you had
transition, but yeah, go.
Your statement like had a question in it. I didn't know if you wanted Wags to reply, but
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
you can answer Gary's part about becoming such a lauded figure of history, along with my question.
Eh,
Mine has to do with how did the start of the race, getting off to such a bumpy start, did that have any effect on the nerves? I know that season openers can always, get the nerves a little high on everybody, and you went out, you had a great Q lap, you had the pole and smooth sailing, but you just had to do restart after restart after restart. Was anything hoping anybody wouldn't jump into your inside, or what went through your mind?
stressful. I was really hoping we go green. There was a couple of restarts. I was looking at in my rearview mirror. I was seeing Peterson had a run at one time, and it really freaked me out because I noticed. Guys know I watched the broadcast during the race.
Oh, I heard
You
you
know.
answering my questions or commenting
You
on
guys
things
know
I
I
said. Yeah.
do. So I heard that T got in the back of I think it was Stouffer. Um, that was a bit of a concern. People tried to bum rush the corner. That was a little bit scary. So
Well, there were some bad
you know,
episodes of Netcode out there too, especially with Edson Santos.
is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, because I felt nothing on my steering wheel whatsoever.
It was 5.5 feet of netcode, Wags. You did nothing wrong.
Jesus. I was like, I thought I gave him enough room. I heard him complain on the radio. I'm like, dude, I never touched you. So I'm like, yeah, it was smooth sailing, but as far as the restarts go, I'd rather go green. You know me, I'm a green type racer. I hate yellows.
Well, you led 146 of 175 laps today. This was kind of almost a no contest out there. Congratulations. Maybe this is a sign of things to come this season. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go.
Oh boy, you know me and sponsors, right?
Get them in.
All right, I'll get them in. I'd like to thank first and foremost the guys of the league. That's the number one thing. The guys put on an excellent time. Peterson, Charles Teed, they throw a bunch of money at this, and I thank him very much because DW12 is such a blast to drive. The 4D Racewear, Taupe Soaps, Elite Custom Covers and Communication. Love those guys. Other than that, my team, Track Rocket. Love you guys. And this track's fun. This is one of my better racetracks. In AMA, I think you're going to broadcast, aren't you? Coming up this Friday?
It's going to be Jacob.
Oh, it was Jacob.
Yeah.
You put on Jacob, didn't you?
Man, I don't want to do NASCAR. Just don't make me do NASCAR,
But
man.
anyway, talking AMA though, I'm sorry to bring this up, but this is where I got my first podium in AMA in the trucks. This is one of my better racetracks. So the result here is just astounding, and wow, I'm just grateful I got the win. That's so, guys. Thank you for the broadcast. You guys do a phenomenal job. Glendy, I heard you in the broadcast booth. Very great as always. Gary, I will talk to you Wednesday, sir.
You got it. Looking forward to it. That's 8 p.m. on Wednesday for the Horizon Series Round 2 at Milwaukee. But your winner tonight, Round 1 of Season 10 of the Dark Horse Racing Series and their DW12 Series, is Matty Wags here at New Hampshire. The Magic Mile delivers here in the Granite State for Matty Wags. A winner here tonight in dominant form. We'll catch you the next one.
All right, man. And thank you very much.
Glendy, thank you again for being here and pinch hitting. Again, track position mattered. A little bit of pit strategy, I think, also was played. I think hearing from Peterson, he was maybe a little bit more conservative than he wanted to be on pit road, but he played his cards in a way that allowed him to still get on that bottom step of the podium. But there was really no questioning Wags here once he got out to the front, pulled away every single time. Once he could get into a rhythm, just made the most out of it and got I'm just going to call it really a dominant win. We haven't seen a win this dominant in the series in quite a while. And he starts off the season in the best way possible with a win.
Not only a win, a convincing win, dominating win. I know that some people say that momentum in sim racing doesn't really exist like it does in the real world because you're not putting the pieces to the parts of the car, and you know there's no that the on track mojo. I disagree.
Confidence matters.
Is going to roll. He's going to roll through this season. A win like that is a shot in the arm. It's a shot across the bow, saying, "Look, I'm here. I came to play. I'm going to mean serious business all season long," and he's going to walk the walk and talk the talk all season long. Matty Wags is my season championship favorite right now until anyone proves otherwise.
Yeah, confidence matters. And he set the confidence mark for the season right now. But we have another 8 races to go for this 9-race schedule. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the 6th running of the Dark Horse New Hampshire Dark Horse 175. Actually, I think it's the 4th running, but 6th running. We'll just go with that right now. Matt Wagner with the win. Dominant win. Yard Brubacher ties a career best, comes home 2nd, and Eric Peterson with another podium finish comes home in 3rd. Join us again Sunday, September 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time with the Dark Horse Racing Series presented by 4D Racewear. And actually, I want to put up on the screen real quick. Here is your schedule. So this is it for August. No more races. The next race for this is it's like an early start to the old IRL season when they started off at Disney World and then they went a month and then they went to Phoenix and then they went another month and then 2 months, I think, and then they go to Indianapolis. That's kind of what we got going on here. But this is a relaxed season. If you are looking to be a part of this league, by the way, the car is part of your base subscription. All you need are the tracks. Most of the tracks they use and they prefer are the legacy versions, so you can save on those as well. And it's a very relaxed schedule. There you see New Hampshire, Milwaukee, Kentucky, Michigan, Iowa, Kansas, Auto Club, Pocono, Indianapolis. The big Grand Slam races are Auto Club, Pocono, Indianapolis, and Michigan. And if it's not a Grand Slam race, it's a night race for the remainder of the season after Milwaukee. So that's the schedule, and just about every race going forward is going to be a little something different. So you can catch us again on September 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time when the Dark Horse Series returns, presented by 4D Racewear. They head to Milwaukee, the mile, for round 2, the 6th running of the Milwaukee Dark Horse 175. Hey, for correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Hey, the YouTube algorithm game's not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let's tell us what you thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed the coverage, support us by smashing like, if you will. And if you're new, click subscribe, or while you head at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night starting at 8 p.m. We'll have our Monday night doubleheader, and then starting on Tuesday, our Tuesday night doubleheader starting at 8:15 p.m. So that's Monday and Tuesday. Then don't forget Horizon, Matty Wags League on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then this Thursday, we're going to have 2 races going on. We're going to have the simulcast for Elite Racing League also at Milwaukee. That will be at 7:45, and we'll also have AMA going on that night as well. So a packed week of action. I'm going to be busy here on the channel, so make sure to check us out for all those other races. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out the made for sim racing line of shoes, gloves, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries, to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links on Linktree. They're also in the description as well. So for Clindy, who has a big week this week as well, everyone else here at Dark Horse and 4D Racewear, I'm Gary Gotzo saying to all, thanks for watching. And all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again Sunday, September 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time from Milwaukee for the next race up, the Dark Horse Racing Series presented by 4D Racewear right here on P1. Good night, everybody.